Hi, I'm Lydia, and you're watching the very first video of Ketosis Focus. I am at the midway point of my weight loss journey, and I've had a few friends ask me what I'm doing to lose this weight, and I decided to go ahead and make this vlog so I could keep myself on track, so I can make sure I hit the goals that I want to hit, but also to inspire and motivate others to learn more about what I'm doing, to learn more about staying on track. So I have been doing keto to lose weight. I started it about 2 years ago. I was super excited because when I first started keto, like most people who start keto, I lost a lot of weight pretty quickly. I think the first 3 months that I started, I was down 30 pounds and I was super excited. I was still learning about tracking. I had downloaded an app. I was inputting all of my food. I was looking at all of my numbers. I was trying to understand the macros and the percentages and the serving sizes. And then one day I decided to cheat, and I got off of it for not one meal, not a day, for a couple of months. I just kind of got off the rails. I tried it again, did pretty good for a couple of months, and then allowed myself to cheat during the holidays, and then I was down a slippery slope again. During the holidays, when I cheated that time, I was off it for 7 months, and I gained back almost all of the entire weight that I had lost when doing keto, and all that hard work that I had put in just vanished. So I decided that I was going to start again, keto restart, and try again, but this time after knowing myself and knowing if I allow myself a cheat day or a weekend or a meal, that this is what happens. So I said, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm not gonna cheat. So I've been doing keto for 9 months consecutively now with no cheats. I've been on track. I have lost a total of 63 pounds. I had started off at 265 pounds. I'm 5'2.5". I'm 45 years old. I'm a mother and a wife, and I have a lot of challenges that I go through when doing keto, trying to, figure out how I'm going to cook for myself along with 3 other people in my household who are not on keto. And they want chicken nuggets, and they want pasta, and they want ice cream for dessert. So trying to wean yourself off of sugar and completely get yourself into a weight loss state of mind is hard to do when you've got kids around that want all of these treats and good stuff, and trying to change their eating habits as well. So it is not a perfect system. I have not been on a perfect journey, that's for sure, because it will be 10 months this week that I've been doing keto. And I thought I was gonna be a lot further along than I currently am. Like, I figured, when you start to compare yourself to others and start doing the math and going, ooh, I lost 10 pounds a month the first 3 months. So at this rate, when I'm at month 10, I'll be 100 pounds down. Well, I'm 63 pounds down, which is, yay, good, but it's still like, oh man, I thought I'd be further along by now. And so that's what's frustrating, and I don't want to lose sight of my goals and just say, oh, forget it, and throw the towel in and gain back all 63 pounds back, and then some, because that's what happens when you get off your diet and you end up gaining more weight than what you had even lost. So I'm just gonna share with you what's working for me. You may see videos where things are not working for me, and feel free to share your experiences with weight loss and keto, because I'm a work in progress and I'm still trying to get myself to my goals. What I have been doing I guess it's called lazy keto, where I don't track. And the reason why I don't track is I can get pretty obsessive about things like that. And when I was tracking before, I was jotting down, I was measuring, I bought a scale and I was weighing everything out. And I knew that I had, let's say, 1,400 calories for the day. And I would try and plan out my meals, and it wasn't going by if I was hungry or not. It was going by, this is what I said I was going to eat today based on my macros and my calories, so I can eat this for lunch, this for dinner, these as snacks. And I was planning my eating, and and thanks to my keto coach, which I'll give a shout out to Brian, because Brian is a friend of mine who he and his wife lost 50 pounds doing keto, and he offered to help me along the way to stay on track and to help me be accountable. And so throughout these months that I've been doing keto successfully, it's because I've had my buddy, my keto coach, there in my corner helping me along the way. And so one of the things that he's taught me that's made a huge difference in my weight loss is to eat when you're hungry, don't eat when you're not. And I know it sounds like the most simple, basic concept, but for somebody who would eat out of boredom, eat socially, eat because it was time, eat because it looked good, you know, there were so many other reasons why I was eating, but eating because I was hungry was not one of them. So I decided, instead of logging everything and eating what I said I was going to eat, because I was ending up eating when I wasn't hungry, to just really focus on me and my body. And am I hungry today? You know, am I hungry right now for this meal? You know, and do that. He also encouraged me not to stress over macros. Am I getting the right amount of fat and protein and carbs right then and there, especially since I had done keto already. If you hadn't done keto, I would definitely say learn about how all that works, the macros, download that free Carb Manager app, input everything just to kind of understand how many carbs are in what, how much is, you know, a serving of protein, and how much fat do you really need. And that'll help you get started to fully understand, and then do away with it, so that way you can just focus on what works for you and your body, because everybody's different. And if this person jots down every single morsel they put in their mouth and calculates all of the macros, that works for them. And for me, this is working for me. So I don't track. I do pay attention to ingredients. What throws me off sometimes are the seasonings, so I try to keep it simple with just salt, pepper, and garlic, because if you get those blends, sometimes there's hidden sugars everywhere. So I try to keep it simple there, and I immerse myself in all things keto. Like, that is what works for me also. I just completely immerse myself in the world. I watch a ton of YouTube videos. I listen to podcasts. I listen to books on tape. I read books on it. I look up keto recipes. So I do all things keto. And to shout out for all the people who have helped me along the way. Your channels are what inspired me to keep going. Your channels are what's gotten me here today and will get me to where I want to go. So I just want to say thank you to a few channels that I have needed and loved watching throughout this process. I've been an avid watcher of Keto Connect, and I've been watching Keto Twins, Keto Rewind. I've been watching Daniela's Diaries and Michelle Alvarez. Keto Focus has a lot of great recipes. Dr. Berg, Thomas DeLauer. There's so many awesome people out there with so much information. So I immersed myself in all of that information, trying to learn the correct way to do keto, trying to learn what's right for me, the correct way for me to do it. So throughout this journey, in the very beginning, I was losing on average about 6 to 8 pounds a month. And I was doing pretty good. I was hoping for 10 a month, but it kind of started to fall into the sweet spot of 6 to 8 pounds a month. And then March came and the quarantine happened, and my weight loss just stalled. I lost 1.2 pounds in March. I was very discouraged. So April came and I tried to okay, let's stick with it and stop eating so much. And are you really eating when you're hungry? And, try to check in with myself. Thought I did better in April, and I lost 2.5 pounds in April, which is still better than March, but it wasn't where I've been. So for the month of May, I was really set on trying to get those numbers back from what I was used to. And I decided that starting in May, I was going to do intermittent fasting. I downloaded the app Zero, and I am marking down 16/8 intermittent fasting days throughout the week. So I fast for 16 hours and I eat only within an 8-hour window. And I also wanted to incorporate 1 meal a day on Monday through Friday during the week. So I eat 1 meal a day within an 8-hour window anything I ingest, coffee or whatever, will be in that 8-hour window. Eat 1 meal a day, and then I give myself the weekends to maybe eat 2 meals a day and not fast 16-8. I have a feeling this weekend I probably erased the work that I did last week. Last week I was so excited because I did that for a whole week and I lost 2 pounds, and then the weekend came and I ate a couple of meals extra that I normally eat and had a couple of cocktails and yada yada yada. I'm probably up, but I don't want to weigh myself. That's another thing too. You can get obsessive with weighing yourself. I don't want to weigh myself until Friday, and I'll see if I am still going on the downward slope and see what else I need to do or change to help those numbers. So I've been pretty good about doing keto for these past 9-10 months with absolutely no cheats, like no cheat meal, not a slice of pizza here, not a piece of chocolate there. Like, there's been no cheats going on. And I have to tell a real quick story because this was pretty funny. Last weekend we decided to grill burgers, and I made all the kids their burgers and put the stuff that they want on it, and I decided to make my burger, and I stacked it all up, and I got my Quest low carb chips, and I sat down to eat my meal, and I went through the entire burger. I was on my last 3 bites. It was so delicious, and realized I made my burger with the bun on it. I really do not even know how that happened. Like, genuinely, I don't know how that happened. I guess my mind has been elsewhere with everything that's going on in the world and stresses of life, and I didn't even think that I made my burger with a bun on it, and I ate it throughout the entire of eating it. I didn't even snap that I was eating a bun. So I was a little disappointed because I had gone this entire time without consciously cheating, and here I was accidentally cheating. But the good thing is I fasted the 16 hours and I ate 1 meal a day the following couple of days, and actually the rest of the week, because this was last weekend. So all last week I stuck to my 1 meal a day and 16-hour fast, and I lost 2 pounds in 1 week. So considering April was all 2.5 pounds for all of April, I did pretty good, even though I cheated accidentally. So that's the story. So check out what I ate today. So since my fast doesn't end until noon today, I am going to drink my apple cider vinegar. So I get, of course, what everybody gets, I believe, is the Bragg's Organic with the Mother apple cider vinegar. I do 2 cups of water, and then I squeeze a half a lemon in it, and then I just put in a sprinkle of cinnamon and a dash of my stevia, which is like it's called Pure, which is stevia extract. So I put very, very little in anything when I take this because it's so sweet and potent. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So today's lunch, the 1 meal that I'm going to have today, is this chicken carbonara dish that I'm throwing together. I diced up a couple of slices of bacon and fried that up. These Zoodles are being steamed in the microwave. I found this paleo powder seasoning at the grocery store. I'm going to add that to the diced chicken that I added to the pan. And I'm just going to cook it all in the same pan. The bacon cooked a little bit longer, obviously, and then I put in the chicken. So I'm going to mix it all together. No butter or other oils that I've added to the pan, so it's just cooking in the bacon grease at the moment. I would suggest adding maybe some salt, pepper, and garlic. It was a little under-seasoned when I made this. I did add some frozen spinach into the mix just to kind of make it interesting and add a little bit more green to it. So I let the frozen spinach cook down for a bit. Now, I am not a chef by any means. I do find some recipes from time to time that I like to cook, but this particular one I just kind of threw together. I took the Zoodles out, drained them. I even got a paper towel to really squeeze out all of the water out of the Zoodles, and I set it aside while I finished cooking the chicken bacon cream sauce concoction. I added some cream cheese, about an ounce of cream cheese. Let that melt down for a bit just to kind of have a creamier texture to it. And I didn't measure it. I didn't weigh anything out. Now this is my one meal, so it's probably normally about a couple of servings, but this is my one meal, so I ate this whole thing. I did add the heavy cream to the dish and let that simmer and kind of gel together with all the other ingredients. And then I added shredded Parmesan cheese to the dish and let that melt in. My shredded Parmesan cheese is like my go-to cheese when I make these cream sauces. It's so good. So I put a little bit of that in there, let it melt, mix it all together. And then once that kind of simmers for a bit, then I just throw in the noodles to mix it all together as like one skillet dish. Mix that all in together. And voila, we have a chicken carbonara, chicken bacon cream dish that I made up, and it was really yummy. So my starting weight was 265 pounds. I am currently 201.8. Now, I made the mistake of not measuring myself at the very, very beginning, but I did start taking my measurements after I had lost 15 pounds. So I have lost a total of 31.5 inches from that point. And my goal weight as of now is 150 pounds. So if you want to follow my journey and watch me get to my goal weight, then please comment, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. And I'd love to know, are you on keto, or are you doing anything that's working for you that you'd like to share with me? Because I am all ears. Leave your comment below. Let me know your thoughts, your words of encouragement, your ideas, your recipes, your tips, anything that you want to share with me. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.